Welcome to the React.js website making tutorial with Firebase. In this tutorial, you will learn how to make website in one day itself. Before moving to the tutorial, let's see why we have to use React. First of all, React has virtual DOM. What is a virtual DOM? When we use only DOM, what happens is whenever we make changes, the whole application gets refreshed and rearranged. But when we use virtual DOM, only the changes gets refreshed and rearranged. This makes the development faster. Next, it allows us to make interactive interfaces, which means we can generate creative designs that too easily. The next advantage is it provides advanced performance, which means it has the power to automatically update on-page apps that often do not require reloads or redraw on any type of device. The best thing is it is easy to use. It only needs JavaScript and HTML. Next is it is SEO friendly. Everything we search on the browser depends on the SEO. The biggest problem with JS framework is that it does not fit well with the search engines. As a result, it reduces the ranking, which negatively impacts the app or the website. But React.js is a savior. It supports almost all the features that would increase our SEO ranking. The development in React is flexible. Automatic upgrade in the maintenance and the development process of React is what users like. As you can see, the GIF, it is automatically updating the size of the website. Now let's see how to develop the website using React.js and Firebase. For moving forward, we need to download few things. One is Node.js. I've already downloaded it, so I'm cancelling it. Next, we have to download VS Code so that we can do our code. After downloading both the things, you have to install them and then open your terminal, or if you're on Windows, open your CMD or command prompt. To create the app on the desktop, I'm redirecting on the desktop, and now we have to hit this command npx install -g create -react -app and hit enter. Once this process completes, then we have to hit another command, which is npx space create -react -app space the name of the app. I have named my app as Portfolio. For designing, we are going to use Material UI. Let's see what it is. Open your web browser and go to the website of Material UI. This website provides us ready-made components that are made by them, and we can easily use them inside React.js. There are steps given how to use this API. When you click on Get Started, you can see there are several components that are given here. So all these components we can use inside React.js. We are going to use grid component, which is basically for aligning the items properly. What we are going to do is we are going to divide the whole page into two grids first. The first part has the portfolio as the title and four buttons with icons, and one is the right side which has the picture and the title and the subtitle. Here is the code that we can refer to use the grid component. So the application is created now. To code into that application, we have to open that folder portfolio into VS Code. Before starting the code, let's see how to run the application. For running the application, press Ctrl plus backtick and a terminal will open. In this terminal, you have to hit the command npm space start. This will make your application run and open up a tab in a web browser. Once the app completely runs, this default template will be displayed. Now let's get back to the code and make some changes. You have to open app.js, which is the main file, and this is the file that runs for whatever is displayed. Now what we are going to do is we will remove all of the code which is present here, the div tag, and add a simple div tag with the grids we want to provide. So this is how we declare a grid. Oh wait, as I told you, we have to install the Material UI API. So to install it, what we have to do is go to the getting started section and here is the command given. We have to paste that command into another terminal. So click on the plus sign and paste that command and press enter. Once this completes, what we have to do, we have to hit two more commands. One is for the icons which we are going to display with the button. So for that we have to copy this command, and after the previous one completes we have to paste it there and again hit enter. After that, one more command we have to hit, which is npm install space @babel slash core space @babel slash preset hyphen env, and then hit enter. This command is for some error that would be occurring in the future, but once you hit this command there would be no errors. So once all of this completes, we are ready to use the Material UI components. Once you type grid, just press Ctrl space. It would give you the suggestions to import the element from Material UI. So when I press this, I got the suggestion. The first suggestion itself is the import. You can see that line got imported. So we will declare the first grid as the container, and inside this container we will be giving two more grids. So this container would be equal to 12 as a whole. Spacing equals 0 means there should be no spacing between any of the grid inside the container. Now the next grid would be an item of the container, again with the spacing 0, and similarly there would be one more same grid as an item. Now in the first grid we are going to make a div which would be for this section. If you can see, it has covered the whole height of the screen and it has the background color blue. So to give the styling, what I'm going to do is give a class name sidebar and then going to add the styling in the CSS file. Before adding the styling, I would write the title here, which is portfolio, in h2 tag. Now copying this class name and pasting it into the CSS file. We don't need all of this, so I'm removing it, and by adding a dot and pasting that class name here, then giving the curly braces, and inside those curly braces I'm going to add some styling. I'm giving sky blue as the background color for now, and as it should cover the whole height of the screen, so mostly all of the screen's basic height is 100 VH, which is vertical height. Let's see what's the result. Okay, there is some error. Oh, right. After hitting all those commands, we did not rerun the project. So by pressing Ctrl C, I have stopped the previous run and again hit npm start to run the project. So now let's see the results, and yeah, here it is. Now you can see it is not looking that it has covered 2 out of 12. So that is because we haven't provided access to the grid. So we are going to provide access equal to the first grid and access equal to 10 to the second grid, and here is the result. So now it is looking good. Now let's do rest of the styling and see what we acquire. Now I am going to add another div in the second grid we created and give it a class name as main page, and inside this div again I am going to specify a grid for this container. So this empty space does not need a grid, but this title and subtitle needs a grid, so I'm going to add a grid for that. So again, to make a grid I have to give a container first, and inside that container I have to give the item. To this item I'm going to give access equal to 5 and class name as the main title. In this grid I'm going to add a div tag, and inside this div tag I will add a title in h1 tag, which is UI UX developer. Below this title I'm going to add a paragraph tag, which is p tag, and inside that I will write a random text. So wherever I want to give an enter, I will write a br tag. So this is the result of the code. Now let's go back and give some styling to this and also add a background image to the whole container. To give a background image to the container, I'm going to drag the image inside the project folder. To do it ideally, what I'm going to do is create a folder called images, and inside that folder I will drag the image. The folder should not be created outside the src folder. We have to create that folder inside the src folder, or else this error will occur. So I'm moving back my images folder to the src folder, and here is the image which is occurring. Let's add other stylings to the page, and I'm fast forwarding a little bit. You can adjust your playback speed to whatever you want to. And here is the result you can see. So one side is done. Let's move forward and do the styling for the second side. First of all, the color is not the same. So to match the color, what we are going to do is we can give the hex code which we need. So for the hex code, we can go to the website here, and you can make your own color and generate the hex code. For the color which we want to add is, I've already adjusted the hex code and generated it. So this was my hex code. You have to use hash before the hex code, and sorry, you have to write it without the quotes. I added the quotes by mistake. And yeah, here is the color which is matching. Let's add some styling to the portfolio title. Now moving forward to the 4 buttons we have to add. We would be importing the buttons from Material UI again. And for showing the icons, we can add it to the button itself. You just have to give start icon as the parameter, and then specify the icon you want to show. Now to specify the icon, what we have to do is, we have to again go to the Material UI website. There is a list of icons that we can use. So in there I just searched for smile, and I got the name of the icon that I have to use. So we have to import it like this: import smile from Material UI / icons / the name of the icon we got from the website. So here is how all the rest of the icons would be imported. And this is how we name the buttons inside the button tag. Next, let's style the button. To style the button, we have to use the class name and give a greater than sign and write button as the element there, and use curly braces. Inside those curly braces, we would be giving the styles. By mistake, I closed the div tag for the sidebar before the buttons itself, so I have to close it after the buttons. And here we go. So this is still not working. So let's style more to the buttons and finish up the app. One last styling we need to add for this, and yeah, we are done. So our app is created. I am not moving on to the redirection of the button click. If you want, you can comment in the below section and let me know if you want another video for that. For now, we would host this one page application on Firebase. So let's move on and create an application in Firebase. For that, we have to go to the website of Firebase. Just search for firebase.google.com, and you will be redirected to this page. You have to click on go to console and sign in. I have already signed in. After sign in, you will get a page, and you will see this button add project. So click on that button. Provide a project name here. This name is not related to the name you have given to the React app. So I've just named it Portfolio React app. You can name it anything you want. Just click on continue and move forward. Select your own account and click on create project. After this process completes, you have to click on the web icon because we have created the app for the web. Now again here give a nickname to your app. So I'm giving Portfolio as the nickname, and click on also set up Firebase hosting for this app. Then register the app. The next step is to add the Firebase SDK, which is they would provide a code to you. You have to copy the code and paste it into your index.html inside the body tag at the end. The next step is to install Firebase CLI. They have given the command, just copy it and paste it in your terminal. After this process finishes, you have to go to the next step and hit the next command. After hitting this command, it would ask you whether you want to allow Firebase to collect CLI usage and error reporting. So for now, just say no and press enter. Then select your account and press on allow, and yes, you're successfully logged in. Now you have to hit the next command, which is Firebase init. Copy the command and paste it into your terminal. Now after you hit this command, it would ask you to select one option. You have to select the first hosting option. Next it would ask if you want to select the existing project, so say yes. Then it would ask you to select a default Firebase project, so you have to select the one we have created right now. Next it would ask you for the public directory. You have to write build as the public directory. Next it would ask you if you want to configure this as a single page app, so for now I am saying no. And the last thing it would ask is, do you want to set up GitHub? Then say no. Now you have to go to your public folder to the manifest.json file, and you have to change the dot to the slash. The next command you have to hit is npm run build. After this process completes, you have to hit the last command which is given in the steps, which is firebase deploy. After this you would get a URL, click on that, and boom, your application is ready. So here is how you create a website or an app with React.js and Firebase. And I hope you all follow this tutorial and successfully create your website. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe, and stay tuned for other upcoming videos.